What's up, everyone? Today's video is going to be about the habits that I implement into my daily life that I think get me 1% better every single day and get me closer to my dream life. So, starting off, every single morning, when I wake up, I try to not get on my phone first thing when I wake up. Sometimes on the weekend, I fail at that, and it's just like, because I wake up later on the weekends, but during the week, I definitely don't try to get on my phone. The first thing when I wake up, I try to get ready for school, and I don't get on my phone until I'm really out the door or while I'm eating breakfast, because I've noticed that every time that I have gotten on my phone, like when I first wake up in the morning, my day is way less productive and I spend the day consuming rather than producing. It also just isn't a good feeling. In the moment, it's like you're just getting pounded with dopamine and you feel really good. And then when you go to get ready for the day, you feel sluggish. And I don't like the immense amount of dopamine it gives me, like straight up in the morning. And I just think it overall is just not a good habit to be in. So I don't try to get on my phone in the morning because every time I do, I find myself consuming rather than producing. Number two is while I'm on my way to school or work or whatever it is, in the morning I always take my supplements. And the supplements that I take are carnivore diet based because personally I believe that meat is nature's multivitamin, and I think it's one of the greatest foods on the planet. And I think that so many people think that vegetables are the healthiest food, but meat, red meat. The supplements that I take are Heart and Soil beef organs and Heart and Soil bone matrix because one, I've sprained both my ankles at least like 10 times. Like each one like 6 and the other like 4 times. So yeah, I've too many times. And so yeah, they're always cracking and like just in discomfort, and yeah, it's just not good. So I came across Heart and Soil and I've been following them for about 6 months probably, and I just started taking their supplements 2 months ago, and I found that my skin's a lot better, my hair is a lot better, my nails are a lot better, and I think that's from the beef organs. And I've also had an improvement on sleep. I sleep way better through the night with the beef organs. The bone matrix I have found helped extremely because during softball practices and just like day to day walking and all that, my ankles sometimes they still hurt, but it's nowhere near what they were before. And I think a lot of that has to do with the bone matrix that I've been taking, and it really restructures your joints and makes them stronger. And I genuinely think that that has helped me. And also during softball, I've definitely seen an improvement of endurance and like in performance through workouts. And I think that's due to the beef organs. And I take those supplements in the morning because I think it's so important to start your morning off with something nutritious because that's the first thing you're putting into your body. But before I do that, I drink at least half to a bottle of water, and then I take my supplements. Number 3 is before bed every night or in the morning, I journal every single day. This is the second journal that I've had, and I'm about to need another one, so we're about to be on journal number 3. But journaling has been such an important part of my life, and it's honestly so fun to like go back and look like how much you've grown in the things you used to be interested in, or like the things you were going through at like certain times. I love going back in my journal, but it's impossible. I don't know if you knew this, but it's impossible to organize your thoughts without physically writing them down, which is why journaling is so important, because your mind is just clear and you get so much clarity on the life that you want, and you get to document exactly what you did in each day, so you know that you're tracking your progress and you know that you're getting 1% better every single day. If I didn't have my journal or didn't journal period, I would probably be lost because my thoughts get organized. I get to get clear on my vision, and I get to plan my weeks ahead. I get to thank the universe for all the abundance it's given me. I get to, sometimes I'll look up prompts and so I can reflect on my life and all that. And I also like to reflect on my day and what I did, and it's always so fun to go back and see about like the good days I had with people and like the experiences. So it's just something that I highly recommend. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I think it should be a part of everybody's routine in some way. Number 4 is reading. I read every single day, and I would not be anywhere near to where I am right now if I hadn't picked up a book. It's so crazy because books are literally years of knowledge condensed into like 200 to 300 pages. And sometimes not even that much. And it's so crazy. Like, how can you get that much knowledge into a book? And the books that I read are personally like self-help books, so they're all nonfiction or business or anything like that. And I understand that that's not some people's interest in books, but personally, that's the books that I like to read. And I feel like by reading those types of books, you learn so much. And I'm not saying you can't learn from literature, because there's a lot of life lessons that you can learn in literature, even though it's fiction, that you can't get out of a self-help book. But personally, I learned the best through nonfiction books, and I like to pass that on to others. And I just think books are so cool. That's so nerdy of me to say, but I really do think books are so cool. Because like I said, years of knowledge into just a short amount of pages. That's just crazy to me. So like, and I truly believe this. After you've read a book, if it didn't change your life, then you just wasted your time. You wasted your time. Because books are life-changing. I don't really have a set time when I read. Right now I have a study hall in school, so usually I always read in study hall. And on the weekends, it's just throughout my day. I read at work. I read just whenever I want to. I don't make it a part of my day because I just really love doing it. So I'll just pick up a book and read when I want to. I don't do this every night, but the nights I have done it, instead of scrolling on my phone before bed at night, when I can't sleep, reading before bed helps me fall asleep quicker than when I'm scrolling on my phone. So I highly recommend doing that too. Lately I haven't been reading before bed because I usually read during the day, but the times I have read before bed instead of scrolling on my phone, they've helped me immensely. Number 5 is getting outside as much as I possibly can. Right now, it's been cloudy like every day other than like 3 or 4 days out of this month, so no sun. But every day that it is sunny or like decently not freezing, I'll go outside because, yeah, every time I go outside, it's like when you get the sun in the morning, it resets your circadian rhythm, which helps you sleep way better at night, and it improves your energy levels. And it's actually crazy that, and I'm not making this up, like the 3 days out of this month that I've went outside, got the best night's sleep ever. Like yesterday, it snowed, and my girlfriend and I and my dog, we played out in the snow like kids, because I love that inner child, because you're just like completely in the present moment, no judgment, and it's just all true happiness, and it's so pure, and it's just like joy. And so I love doing like kid things like that. So yeah, we played out in the snow yesterday, no shame, had a snowball fight. It was awesome. But yeah, and I was just like completely in the present moment, and I think that's something so important. And it was just a lot of fun, and it's something I'll never forget. So, but anyways, last night I slept great, and I honestly think it was because I spent time outside. And we also took a walk, so that was nice. And then it was like I think it was a week ago. It was sunny out for once, and it was on the weekend. And we went outside again, and we played outside with my dog for probably an hour. And I slept great that night. And I honestly think it was because we were outside, and we were in that sun, and we were just having a good time and being outside and connecting with nature. And I think that's so important. I don't do it every day because when I go to school in the morning, it's dark, and even when the sun does rise, most of the time it's not even out, so I just can't wait till I'm either A, out of Indiana, or B, when it's not this month. But I'm blessed to be where I'm at right now, but it low-key sucks. Finally, number 5 is lately I've been super aware of my screen time and my scrolling habit, because I used to have a terrible scrolling habit. I'd get home from school and just scroll for hours until dinner time, and then I'd realize that my entire evening, where I could have been making content or producing anything or just getting 1% better in some way, I was just mindlessly consuming rather than producing. And scrolling is just something that I just see, it's so pointless. And lately I've been, and sometimes, yes, I do get stuck in the loop of scrolling. I'm not going to say I'm perfect and don't, but I'm definitely way better at it than I ever have been. And when I do scroll, I try to be super conscious, like, okay, why am I doing this? And it's so I can either get ideas on editing or video ideas or anything like that, or if I just need a quick second to just see what's going on. But I think scrolling is such a bad habit with so many people, and I think it's something you definitely need to be more aware about, because life just will pass you by and you'll be like, oh, like, what was I doing for the last 5 hours? Scrolling, and I had no idea. It's just, it's bad, and you're just mindlessly consuming all this content, and your brain is just absorbing all of it, and your dopamine receptors are literally frying because they're so just going haywire, just constantly dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. And that's why nobody stops, because you're chasing that constant dopamine. And I know it feels good, but it's bad dopamine, because it's just you're overdosing on it, and it's not, you feel like you're getting things done, but you're not at all. You're just scrolling. And if I were to ask you, what were all the videos you just watched, you would not be able to retrace almost any of them, because you're just mindlessly consuming it. And it's like, why is it so important to scroll when you can't even remember what you just watched? Like, it's honestly scary. But yeah, those are the 5 habits that I have in my daily life, or almost every day, that I think help me get 1% better or help me feel better. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I added some value to your life, because I understand that your time is valuable, and I'm glad you came to watch this. And if you're at the end of this video, you're a rock star, because I see you trying to be the best version of yourself. Never give up. Never give up. I love you all. Subscribe for more.